What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video, we are going to go over terror birds. And I know that name sounds a little, well, I know that name sounds a little, probably scary, and quite frankly, they should have been. These are giant birds that were literally kind of the in-between apex predator between dinosaurs, whenever they went extinct, and modern-day mammals. They actually feasted on a lot of mammals, but they're still really cool birds, so I thought we'd go ahead on a little bit of a deep dive. Before we do that, though, guys, please remember, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you never miss another video from me, as well as drop any comments down below. Do you guys know a bunch of facts about terror birds? Please let me know in the comments below, and let's get into the article. Like I always like to say, though, guys, I don't own the rights to these articles. I simply use them to push along information. This particular article is coming from A to Z Animals.com. Please go over there and show them some love. These are terror birds. So, terror birds in the kingdom of Animalia, they are technically extinct. They were obviously carnivores. The aptly named terror bird was a feathered predator that ruled the forests and plains of South America shortly after the dinosaurs died out. The giant flightless birds were characterized by large weapon-like beaks that have been linked to a pickaxe. Despite their huge size, the terror bird was faster than a modern horse. Yeah, so basically think about like a giant ostrich with a beak that will just tear your brains out. Description and size. Phorusrhacos. Once again, apologize for pronunciations, guys. Is the scientific name of this large genus of flightless birds. The name means rage bearer in Latin for some unknown reason. It's an unknown reason. I guess, technically they are extinct, so there's no real way to know. However, the name terror bird is more commonly used for this clade of monstrous carnivorous bird that ruled the South American ecosystem between 60 million and 2 million years ago. Commonly considered the largest flightless bird of all time, the Phorusrhacos stood at over 3 meters, more than 10 feet. It was no doubt one of the apex predators of its reign and held that spot until other large predators like the saber-toothed tiger moved to South America from the north. Scientists estimate that the terror bird might have weighed about 130 kilograms or 280 pounds. Unlike modern flightless birds, like the ostrich, which has relatively small heads and beaks, the terror bird's head was quite large, and it had fearsome beaks that hooked like that of modern birds of prey like the eagle. The Phorusrhacoses, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna start using terror bird. I'm tired of butchering this. The terror bird's small wings made it impossible for the bird to fly. However, the wings had an unusually sharp claw, which the bird could use as a weapon. But perhaps the most formidable weapon it had was the axe-like beak, which could tear into prey and kill them instantly. The terror bird had long, skinny legs that were adapted to running. Their thick, scaled feet had sharp talons for attacking prey. The bird's immense stride length and large heart suggest that it could run faster than a horse at full speed. So this is what you got to imagine. An ostrich, but bulkier, with a claw that it can stab you with, and basically a pickaxe swinging down at you as it's running. And that's the best description of a terror bird. So what did the terror birds eat? The terror bird were apex predators during their time. Fossil evidence suggests that all terror birds were carnivorous. The downward curve at the tip of their powerful beaks is similar to that of modern-day birds of prey. Like many extinct bird species with beaks like this, they most likely use their beaks to tip flesh from prey. Initially, scientists thought the Phorusrhacos could catch prey with its mouth and shake it from side to side. However, a close examination of the bird's skull and neck muscles suggests that it would have been unable to do this. Initially, scientists thought Phorusrhacos could catch prey with its mouth and shake it from side to side. However, a close examination of the bird's skull and neck muscles suggests that it would have been unable to do this. However, it could exert a significant downward force on prey animals. Scientists are also divided on the theory that the birds could have been a scavenger. They had a varied diet that consisted of any animal smaller than them. And that's most predators, if I'm being honest with you. They're not going to turn down free food. Like if they don't have to like work to catch it and they can just find meat, then they're just gonna eat the meat they find. Like that's any animal today. Even lions do that. So habitat, where, when, and where it lived. The early Miocene to middle Pliocene period was the peak of the terror bird's reign. It was about 20 million to roughly 1.8 million years ago. During this time, South America was an isolated continent, and the terror birds reigned supreme as the top predator for millions of years. Many of their fossils have been discovered in the Santa Cruz Formation in the Santa Cruz province of Argentina. Grasslands, deserts, and steppes characterized the region at that time. And the terror birds most likely favored the grasslands and woodlands as the preferred habitat. Their range might have covered the Patagonian region on the southernmost edge of South America, and now covers part of a present-day Argentina and Chile. Threats and predators. Sorry. For a long time, the terror birds were the biggest birds on the isolated South American continent. However, the emergence of the Isthmus of Panama, a land bridge connecting South and North America 2.7 million years ago, allowed the saber-toothed tiger and other big predators to migrate to South America, tipping the power balance in the area. Given the terror bird's size and ferocious appearance, it is unlikely that any of these new predators could prey on it. It could defend itself using its beaks and claws. However, the invading species, like the Smilodon, were prolific hunters as well. They could have outcompeted terror birds and displaced it as the top predator. And yeah, I mean, they might have just been more efficient. Also, I think there's some people that'll say that terror birds were actually on their way out already. Like they were kind of in a decline, and then the saber-toothed cats came and just it was just the last, what's the it was just the final nail in the coffin for the terror bird. Discoveries and fossils, where it was found. Argentina paleontologist Florentino discovered the first Parasaurolophus fossil in 1887. The first known genus identified was the Parasaurolophus longissimus, and the description was based on a jawbone fragment. Initially, the giant bird was thought to be a herbivorous mammal due to its massive size. Later in 1891, the discovery of the fossil confirmed that that the initial discovery was a giant bird, not a mammal. Remains have been found in various localities in the Santa Cruz province of Argentina. A more recent fossil discovery in Comalo, Argentina, revealed new information about the shape of the bird's skull, confirming that it had a hooked rostrum that was more than half the length of the rest of the skull. Recent findings also showed that the bird was probably faster than initial estimates. So it's faster. This thing was already fast enough, and they're like, no, we were wrong. It's actually faster than what we thought it was. Extinction. When did it die out? The emergence of the Isthmus of Panama about 2.7 million years ago marked the beginning of the end for the terror birds of South America. As part of the fauna interchange that followed, many ancient carnivorous cats, dogs, and bears crossed into South America. This increased competition for food between the terror birds and the invading species. The terror bird's population declined sharply afterwards, confirming the theory that the new arriving predators contributed to their disappearance. The terror birds disappeared about 2.5 million years ago. The species went extinct along with other prominent predators native to South America like the Sparacidonts and the terrestrial Sebicid crocodilian. So yeah, guys, there you have it. There was pretty much a deep dive into the terror bird, or whatever the name is that I'm not going to try and pronounce without reading it. And yeah. Anyway, though, guys, let me know. Now they're since Colossal's trying to bring things back to life, do you think you'd like to see them try and bring back something similar to a terror bird, like maybe turn an ostrich into something like that? Um, Please let me know in the comments down below. Let me know if you knew any of these facts. Like I said before, guys, while you're down there, please remember, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell so you never miss another video from me, as well as follow me on my social medias, which are going to come up next. And I will see you guys in the next video.